Hello YouTube, this is Chester from STEM APKs. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to continue where we left off in the last tutorial. As you remember, in the last tutorial, I showed you how to download, configure the VisIt visualization library. In this tutorial, we're going to be working with scripts, more specifically Python scripts. I'm going to show you how through the use of scripts of using Python, we are able to create automated routines. We can also create macros. We can also create, it gives you all the flexibility of the world to do all types of scripting. That's one of the things that I really like about the VisIt visualization library, that it gives you that freedom and flexibility. And I'll show you how to do this now. The first thing you need to do is we need to get into wherever your system install VisIt. Most, I think it is going to be here for all of us. Is if we check, that's where it is. Because even if you don't put a directory, I think it creates one for you at the user local location. So once you're here, I'm going to go into my binary. And I did something that you're not supposed to do ever. I created a directory called scripts inside the binary directory. Don't do that at home. Well, you can do it just to test it, but it's not, you're not supposed to be doing, saving stuff inside there just for testing to make your life easier. And that's exactly why I did it, just to make my life easier, because I didn't want to go into other directories and making this tutorial longer by explaining how to do that. So I just chose the easy route, but I am telling you again, don't do that. It's bad practice to be, just for testing, because if something goes wrong, it can affect. You can erase something, you can break something in here. So, uh, where are we? So the first thing I need to do is run it. So I'm going to run it and show you what it is. But before I run it, I want to open, uh, be lazy here, and copy, CD, paste. And I'm in the same place in two terminals. So I just want to show you this. CD scripts. And believe if nano. By the way, when you're inside here, anything that you do, it has to be with sudo, or it won't let you do anything. I mean, you can read stuff, but it will not let you save. It will not let you unless you have. This is the one. So I just want to use it here. So let's just run um, VisIt. So we'll use just VisIt, and it will run, and there it goes. This is the normal way of operating. And now you have your graphical user interface here. You have your viewer window here where all the plots get visualized. But in here, in the graphical user interface, you have in controls, you have something called launch command line interface, right? And then you also have another one called command. These two, this is what we're going to be working with today. So when you launch it, it's doing two things. You gotta pay attention here because this is very important. It's actually telling you the version that is running, but look at that. It's actually a port. you actually communicate. You have the ability. I'm not doing it right now. I won't do it in this tutorial. But you can actually, it's telling you I can receive through my local host and my IP address. That's my local. And through port 5600, I can communicate with whatever location I chose when I downloaded VisIt. So remember that I elected Princeton. So I am able to run certain uh, functions or certain calculations using uh, the remote terminal here. And of course, there's a little bit more. You have to do a few other things that I don't want to get into in this tutorial, but it's possible. You are able to do calculations using their parallel system, their supercomputers that they have. I don't know if it's a supercomputer, but very a lot of cores. It's a supercomputer in my world. So basically, that's what's happening here when you open it. You actually have the ability to communicate remotely to whatever location you chose. But besides that, there's something else that's going on here. Let me make this bigger so you know what I'm talking about. And this automatically it open an X term, so it's a different terminal, so you know you're inside the VisIt world because it's using, as you can see, Ubuntu X term. So here, those chevron here, what this means is that's just a Python interpreter. Right now, you're in the world of Python. And if you have whatever version of Python you have, if you have a Python 2, you're in the Python 2 world. If you have Python 3, you're in the Python 3 world. Or I believe it shows the Python 3 world by default, but I may be wrong because I have two of them in my system. So if I open Python, I could go Python and it will open Python 2, so you can see there. But if I do this, if I want to work with Python 3, I just do Python 3 and there it goes. I'm in Python 3. I believe that for VisIt for the download, I think it's Python 2. Now that I remember, I think it is Python 2 by default. But it doesn't matter. So I just wanted to let you know that you are in the Python world. As you can see with the chevrons, that's the Python interpreter. And if you're in the Python world, you can actually run some code. So you can actually do the code that I copy. You saw me copy and paste. I can go Shift Insert and paste it, and obviously the grab because I did other stuff. And so it's this. I'm just gonna go for I in range. I just don't want to write it and remember it, so I just do it this way. Shift Enter, being lazy. Well, can't do it, so let's do it. So it's for I in range 0 to 100 in increments of 10. Basically, that's what you're doing. Function. Still working. What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on? Run it again. For I in range 0, 100, 10. Now it took it. For some reason, the three chevrons is not working. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to leave 4 spaces. We're in the world of Python. Print I, return, and then it does it. It goes from 0 to 100 in increments of 10. Nothing more likely. You've seen this before, but you're doing this using the command. Like I said, you're in VisIt and you're doing all that. What else can you do? Well, you can do other stuff. You can do, let me see, I have too many things in my head to remember stuff. So let's see, I think I did it. It's 4 pi. No, wrong one. 3. Yeah, there you go. And that's all you need to, I needed to remember. And you can see I'm being extra lazy today. So just shift enter, shift insert, sorry. And it won't take copy and paste today for some reason. So let's do it the hard way. So add plot. Oh, maybe that's why I had it in capital. Temp, and then hit enter, and apply until database is open. So let's open the database. Who's complaining about that, right? Let's go open and go into up one level. Let's use the same one that we used before, home, and VisIt, and indicate data, materials, demos. No, that's not the one that we had. It was tutorial data, that one. And then let's use example silo, and that's the one. And now the database is open, so hopefully if we do the same thing again, it will not complain this time, hopefully. Sudo color temp, and then and you see that it created it right here. And if you follow, you're gonna see that was like say add plots, and these draw plots. Excuse me. So it's draw plots, draw plots, and hit enter. But I want to get that out of the way so you don't, so you are able to see the plots. Then you hit enter, and there you go. It creates the plot, and it's doing it. It's doing it just from your command line interface that it gave you that option. And you can do a lot of other stuff, but let me show you something else. I'm not gonna show you now. I'm gonna show you through the not the launch terminal, but the command line interface. But the command, it opens these commands, and just this is one of them. This I created them before I started the tutorial. In order to work this guy, it has to be temp. So it's gotta be temp, and just like this one. If not, it will not work. So let's execute, and there it goes. It opens your terminal again, just in case you want to use it. It was there, but you can see it executed. Then if you also want to create another one. I mean, for examples, anything simple, you can, anything you put in, it will do it. It will do it for you. So this is where you do your these are scripts. These are not macros yet. I'll show you how to do a macro. These are just scripts, and it allows you to do that. And where's my macro? There it is. So let's say even more stuff, more. This is very simple. Two lines of code, add plot, pseudo color temp, which it did, and then draw plots, which is you always have to draw, right? So let's say that you want something more involved, and you want something more like this piece of you know. Let's say execute. Actually, before I show you that, let me show you this one. Execute, and sometimes it complains, but then if you run it again, it does not complain. And this is the case for this one. These are your, this can be flaw, could be, could be, you can make it to be anything you want, actually. But they could depict flow, stream areas of, like a fluid dynamic type of problem, or things like that. Okay, so if you that's using it like this. Now let's say that you want to let me see, draw. I think you did it already. Yeah, it's part of it. So let's delete this and show you something else, and delete this one also. And now let's do one that is gonna act almost like a movie, because what it's doing, let me explain the code here. It's adding a plot. This is what we call a temperature. Let me make this bigger. And then it's the ISO attributes for ISO surface attributes, the ISO attributes for a contour method, and the ISO attributes for value. And then you're gonna actually do a loop, a range. Uh, it's just for I in 30, from 1 to 30. It's gonna give a value, just like we did here. It's gonna give you the value of that, and then it's gonna create the attributes, and it's gonna save the window. So we're ready to execute here. And there you go. Make this smaller here and do it again, because it was partly covering it. And let's do it again. As you can see, it's a simulation. This is going slower because I'm saving each window here. And also, if you want to see what's going on in the terminal that they gave you, is keeping track of everything that is taking place. That's what's nice about when it produces this command line interface, because it saves, it acts like a log. So going back here, as you can see, if I take this out, or comment it out, and now run it, it's gonna go a lot faster. And there you go. Because now I'm not saving each image every time. And as you can see, it's telling me it's not saving anymore like it was before. It's just rendering. It's still saving, but not saving every image. And this is something that you can do using Python scripts. Use another one that you can also do macros here, and you can do record. So let's say that you go into a macro, you go into record. Everything that you do, it will record it, and then you can hit stop, and then update the macro and then play it, and it's going to do the same things that you did, just like a macro in the Microsoft world if you've done that before. But as you can see, there's many things that this library, the VisIt library can do. And this is just a few of the many things that it can do. I mean, it's a good one because scripting is very important, of course, especially when you want to automate routines and you want to make things automated, and you don't want to have to do it every time. But I will go into all other more complicated and longer scripts and other tutorials. But for now, this is the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on GitHub. And I will see you next time with another tutorial. Take care.